Alright, so I just wanted to come to you real quick with a little bit of a understanding and an update. I'm kind of winded right quick because I just got done with doing one of these. I wanted to show you folks exactly how difficult it is to work uh, certain cuts of Osage orange. Now, if you look, if I can catch that light right, Osage orange tends to split if you get it too dry while you're working it. So I want to get this worked pretty quick and then get it roasted before it goes to splitting on me. Now, the idea is since I don't have a bandsaw, okay, I could I splurge for one and maybe buy one in the future, maybe down the road a ways? Yes, but suffice to say, I ain't got the freaking budget for a bandsaw. So what I'm doing is I'm doing it by hand, cutting it all by hand. Of course I'll probably use my new grinder that I got to go and grind down this here wood some when I get the final everything set, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm more on to is get the handle scales made up. As you know, cousin, he says he wanted to see some of this exotic wood that I got from around here. This is Osage orange, and if you notice, there is. Let's see if I can get that in the camera there, Blaine. Come on, focus, you fuck. Right here in the you look, there's a good grainway pattern, and it's kind of more showcased on the clear cut side, the fresh cut side. You can see that grainway a little bit more. But what's going to end up happening is down in the middle of this piece, all right, because I'm going to already have to cut this, I'm going to have to blemish this flat, and then I'm going to have to come back, and on this side just sand this ever so slightly in order to make it so it'll meet up with the blade. And then this is going to be on the inside of here is going to be where the right about the mid line of the grain is where that's going to actually be part of the handle. Okay, so it's going to have all this structure behind it coming this way towards me, and then on top of it it's going to have this beautiful inlay of that grainway right behind this here heart. I want to do that for a reason, because it's a good cut on one side. Now on the other side, if you'll notice down here as I'm about to cut, I have this other piece that has almost a full heart in it. And so what I'm going to do with this piece is I'm going to use that heart as my face. And I'm just going to cut this other side as flat as I can, no matter what, with this blade. And then I'm going to make it so that it will meet up true with the blade itself. That way, this is my new other face. So we'll have the heart on the other side. At least some of it when I'm done grinding away. And I'm going to try and stabilize this as much as I can while I'm grinding it away. You know, roughing it out. So, well, I'll show you what the first of it looks like, and then I'll pause the recording and cut to the point where I'm done cutting, so you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I ain't got a bandsaw, so this is it. Already got a clamp here. That's to hold it in place just so that it ain't shifting back and forth on this axis. And then I got my foot on the other side so it doesn't shift up and down and tilt other ways, and I can have a little more control. Brace backwards and cut. And now the reason why I'm cutting the way I am is because there's two reasons here. One is a saw only cuts in one direction. But two, this is a very sticky wood. So I want to make sure that I'm making a cut with every bit of effort I put in rather than no effort, for a cut. All right, now I'm gonna pause the video and you'll see me in a second with the other. All right. So now you can see how actually flat you can get it thereabouts. Just gotta knock that little edge down there, but it'll meet up with the flat of the steel pretty well. Now if you look at this side, now this is what I was talking about, and that grain is going to, the handle itself is going to be more inside of here, right across the bottom edge of that. So there's no interest or problem about, you know, handle structural integrity there. Just wanted to point that out. Now, I want to take your eyes to this. Right here is a beautiful piece of wood. I hate it when I do that. Camera focus, come on. There you go. There's a beautiful piece of wood. Now, that's because right here you'll notice there's a burl. And this burl is something that's only found around heartwood. And so I got a little bit of handle scale left. If I make a mistake, I can go back and make another pair. But, I always like to have a little bit of spare. And so, yeah. I mean, this is going to be mostly burnt off or buffed off anyway, so. Give you a little bit of a idea of what it will look like when it's done. Unfortunately, I don't have a spray bottle handy, so I'm going to have to do this by hand. Normally, I'd allow the rain to actually seep it because I can time it just about perfect. But you can't do that when you're filming. Okay. Give that a second to seep, and it'll pop the wood color. See, this right here is what having a private home library does for you. You learn some things that you'd never learn in school or from a master or from a teacher. You got to have the actual books to sit there and just be enthralled by. The mere fact that this is wood, I can do this over and over and over again, just so long as it stays somewhat moist. That's what I'm talking about right there. That beautiful orange color comes out and pops. Well, you know, bees like it too. You can see how that heartwood's going to look when all is said and done. This basically seals it up, makes it so there's no splinters in it, and at the same time the wood is dense, heavy, and hard. And you want to keep it somewhat moist, you know, considering what it is. I mean, it's a handle to a knife, but you want it to be somewhat moist when you seal it in epoxy. So that's the idea here. Now, this is just a kind of a teaser. This ain't exactly what the knife is going to look like when all's said and done. When I do a full reveal of the knife, it's going to astonish, I'm sure. But I just wanted to show this off because I thought this was cool.